ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। ये इंग्लिश 100 WPM डिक्टेशन क्लास है। ये सभी डिपार्टमेंटों के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट डिक्टेशन क्लास है और इसको पहले अच्छे से लिखेंगे फिर इसको टाइप कर देंगे। तो मैं डिक्टेशन पढ़ने जा रहा हूँ। इसमें टोटल वर्ड है 1975 यानी कि 1975 वर्ड है। टाइपिंग का समय दिया है मैंने इसमें 75 मिनट, यानी कि 75 मिनट में आप इसको टाइप कर सकते हो। डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। सर, आई वॉन्ट टू आस्क another important question. Does this bill cover private colleges also? I want the clarity from the minister. The idea was that there would be a common entrance test covering government colleges and private colleges. That is what the standing committee's recommendations was. Already we have a need for the private colleges. Now what we are doing as we are giving 1 year grace for government colleges. I want to ask the Honorable Minister whether these 1 year will be a stretchable year or under no circumstances will they allow an extension beyond 1 year. When we attended the meeting which the finance minister had called, our understanding was that at the end of 1 year from next year, that is 2017-18, there will be one common entrance test for government and private colleges and different regional colleges. I want to get a clear and categorical assertion from the Honorable Minister. Thirdly, sir, we all know the tentacles that the Medical Council of India has across the political system. Look at the reconstitution of the National Board of Examinations. The same people against whom so many questions were raised have been able to influence the selection of people on the National Board of Examinations. Looking at the present constitution of the National Board of Examinations, it does not give me any confidence whatsoever that is government has the courage to stand up to the vested interests of the Medical Council of India and accept the recommendations of the Standing Committee on Health and Family Welfare headed by Professor Ram Gopal Yadav, which was a comprehensive blueprint for reform to medical education, which included elimination of the evil of capitation fee, increasing quality of both undergraduate and postgraduate education, having a common entrance exam and common exit exam, and improving the quality of medical education. Going by the present National Board of Examinations, I am afraid whatever the government says that it is going to stand up to the MCI and the havoc that the MCI has caused across the country over the past few decades, whether they will actually demonstrate this courage. Sir, let me first say that little confusion that was going around over the legalities of this case have been cleared by Sri Mishra. Now, I don't want to repeat because last time also I think people spoke about this bill. I will just add what had been left earlier. Sir, this is a simple bill that has come to replace the ordinance. The ordinance was necessitated, as Sri Mishra said, because of the Supreme Court's review petition. As a matter of fact, this particular bill on the medical education has a long legal checkered history starting from Justice Christian Lyer's judgment and down to Justice Khair's judgment and now Justice Dave's judgment. There are about 9 judgments which are all different. Now, what is that we are looking into today? I think the House must really pardon me if I take entirely out of box approach to this. We are talking about 2 things in this ordinance. One is regarding admissions through NEET, and I am totally agreeable with my friend who said that you cannot doubt a state and say that it has no capacity to hold an exam which you are able to hold. After all, what is the concurrent list? For higher education, we started a university. There was an objection from the central government. We will not care unless your act is going to contradict. Otherwise, I will have all the rights. Now, today, let us see what this NEET, which is coming about, is whether it has come through the standing committee or whether it has come through the expert committee. My honorable friends know very well that the decision of the standing committee is not the last word of the Bible. It is something which will be considered by the government and then it will come here and finally we give our verdict. So let us not talk about it. If there is an expert committee or standing committee, it is for our guidance. Now, what do we do in this? Sir, there are only 2 things in the ordinance. Another point is about giving relief to students, particularly to students of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra who were fighting for this. We had our own exams by that time. Now, even if we did not hold it, I feel I have all the right to hold my exam because I look to the boys as I want to be. What exactly is this entrance exam? Entrance exam is giving a chance to a student to go and complete his MBBS. Minister Sahib, please understand this. The moment a student gives entrance examination for doing an MBBS degree, he will not become a doctor. Now, for getting into a college, what should be the criterion? It is the aptitude and not the standard. The standard will be looked after by college. What course should be taught, how it should be taught is the concern of the college, you concern and experts concern. But I have taken the initiative to study to become a doctor, and for 5 years I go and get trained in the same college along with others. We have the strictest examination and I passed through. I am as good a doctor as you are. So why is this stress or entrance? If you think that the entrance is the cause of corruption, please stop it. Think innovatively, think boldly, and have 2 tests. Today, the tribal area people of my state or any other state are absolutely on a different wavelength and a different mindset. In the same strain, I would like to say that let the states look into that. Please do not disturb their powers. If you want to have the national test, have a second test to test their aptitude and attitude. If the need is there, let the states have their say as to who should be admitted. It is true that today the capitation fees or the fee structure is something which cannot afford. Please have a law for that. Although we have many laws, we have the comprehensive education laws, this law and that law, hundreds of laws are there, but nobody is implementing it. Have some kind of a mechanism, have some kind of an agency which will look into it. Have some kind of a mechanism, have some kind of agency which will look into that. After their medical degrees, give them compulsory 2 years rural service in the 6th year and 7th year. Like that, you must innovatively think about the entire medical education system. Sir, the ordinance speaks about MCI being given the regulatory powers. I tell you, as far as regulations are concerned, not the academics. Again, let an expert body look at academies objectively like a professional body. So, as I see, the MCI is doing a good job. But even if you think that something is lacking, please come and think about it. There is nothing wrong in it. No state is going to come and say that this regulatory body should act this way or that way. But as my knowledge goes, it is not so. My friend Shri Jairam Ramesh talked against that it might be true because I have not looked into it, but as I see, as a critic, let me make it clear, I am always opposed to private colleges, but at the same time, this regulation as MCI is doing fine work, give it more teeth. It is only hissing today. Let it not hiss, let it use teeth and see to it that regulations are implemented. A special agency be given to them so that they act properly. Sir, today we are having this discussion because this act was brought in haste and many students from all over the country have suffered and have been traumatized because of this act. They finished their 12th standard and with a lot of hope of getting into medical colleges, they had scored very well in their examinations, but the government announced that you have to pass the NEET exam in order to get a seat in the medical college. A lot of students had no time to prepare for the exams and they had been put through a lot of hardships because of this. Sir, diversity is the heart and soul of our country. But time and again there are so-called progressive measures which this government has been trying to being in which is actually resulting killing our diversity and doing away with our diversity, and this national eligibility and entrance test NEET is one such exam. Sir, there are numerous problems with education and especially higher education in our country, but we have to understand that there are different problems in different states and in different parts of our country. Even within a family, what a male child gets, a female child does not get the same kind of privileges and the same kind of opportunities. So, in a situation like this, you cannot expect children from all over the country, students from the entire nation, to be sitting for one common entrance examination because there are different kinds of boards throughout the country. Every state has a different kind of board. In Tamil Nadu, there are different boards. The state itself has a completely different board, but the minister has said that the Examination will be conducted by the CBSE on the basis of NCERT syllabus. How fair is it? Is it fair to the students who have studied through boards, through the Tamil Nadu State Board, for example? So, what about these students? They have passed their 12th standard examination, scored very well, but then they have been denied the opportunities of getting into medical colleges. Sir, in 2007, the DMK government enacted a law to ensure that admissions to professional courses would be conducted on the basis of marks taken by the students in their school examinations. After this law was enacted, it really benefited a lot of first generation college goers and students from backward communities and especially from rural areas. Their numbers increased dramatically. So, by bringing back the common entrance exam, you are actually going to deprive these students who have a chance only. If there is no common exam, because there is no chance and time even for them, they have to prepare for their 12 standard exams. Again, you will be encouraging courses and people who are going to say that they are going to train you for these examinations. This is what you are going to encourage. So, students who have struggled to do very well in their 12 standards will be deprived of a fair opportunity to get into medical colleges. Yes, there are a lot of problems with these medical colleges. We don't have enough medical colleges, and there is a problem of capitation and management fee, and it is very high. But this is not the answer. The NEET is not the answer to it. You have to think of some other solution to solve this issue and make education affordable to most of the children. So, I sincerely request the government not to thrust the NEET on all students in this country. It is very unfair to them, and I request you that it is time to give back education to the states where it deserves to be, as we understand our children, our students much better than you would ever, and remove it from the concurrent list. If there is any betterment is to be done or improve things, I would say that medical education has to be upgraded to quality education. $1957 ये वर्ड थे, डिवाइड बाई 17.5, 111 के आसपास ये स्पीड थी। और जो है पहले इसको अच्छे से पढ़िएगा, पढ़ने के बाद जो है वेबसाइट पर जाकर टाइप कर दीजिएगा। डिक्टेशन नंबर है 41। इंग्लिश 100 WPM न्यू डिक्टेशन का फोल्डर है, उसमें यह मिलेगी आपको डिक्टेशन नंबर 41। इस क्लास के अंदर इतना ही बच्चों, नमस्कार।